Hi guys, it's Nicole, and today I have another quick process video for you today. Most of why this video is so quick is when I saw this Love Our Crazy Life cut file in the shop, it reminded me of a layout that I had done in a previous Creating with Collections series, and so I decided that I was going to kind of scrap lift myself a little bit simpler, just kind of less embellishing, and incorporate it into my current Creating with Collections series and use it again as an album opener page. So if you follow me, you know that this is a series that I am doing with Sara Scraps this round. Unfortunately, I did my layout pretty quickly, and by the time I remembered to message her and kind of coordinate our videos, I jumped the gun a little bit, so her video is not going to be posted at the same time as mine this time. She is going to be, I think, a couple days after me, and then I promise you guys I will get myself a little bit more organized and kind of scheduled out as far as this. I actually have another layout sort of in progress. I needed to reprint a photo before I could continue on, and I think just kind of revisiting this kit and these supplies really kind of jump started this lag in my creativity. And I think even just sort of leaning into something like a big dynamic cut file like this was really sort of jumping my creative mojo as well. Now, for whatever reason, I tend to almost always cut these with white textured cardstock. To me, I just really like the look of that. So far, I haven't had a lot of issues cutting on white textured cardstock, so if I'm going to do something like this, is what I consider a traditional use of cut files like this, where you are backing them with pattern paper. I tend to like the bright white mixed with whatever papers I'm going to use. So I just went through, I did try to go to scraps first before I cut into any more like full-size sheets of paper, and I just kind of picked some patterns that I felt like would work. At this point, I had yet to pick the like large pieces of pattern paper that was going to go behind. I hadn't really thought that far ahead, but I ended up finding some stuff that was going to work out. At first, I thought I had kind of designed myself into a corner where I was going to only have like loud A sides left over, but I was able to find a couple B sides that didn't really match exactly to the things that I had backed the letters with, and that I felt like worked. So this time, sometimes I will do like my fussy cutting with just like pencil and scissors if I'm in the mood for that. Today I went ahead and just did an offset inside of the Silhouette software and had my machine kind of cut out all of these layers for me, and then I just used liquid glue to kind of quickly back those. So from this, I grabbed again another sheet of white textured cardstock. I'm going to kind of make some paper choices here. Now, I did not pull out the original layout that I was sort of scrap lifting from myself, but I kind of remembered some of it, and my original layout was actually a scrap lift of a friend who does digital scrapbooking, so I just kind of went off of what I could remember from it. I do have a process video for it, so I'll post it up here in the eye above. Hopefully future me remembers to do that. I'm going to make a note of what time it is in this video, so you guys can go see that. And I think in that video I had a photo of her original video. I hope I did. If not, I may have to ask her if she had that one posted on Instagram or not. I love to go look at her digital layouts because her digital scrapbooking style to me is pretty good, like scrap lift motivation content. I think because she comes from a traditional scrapbooking background, her digital layouts read that way to me, so I've scrap lifted a couple of her layouts, and they're just kind of fun. So I just, again, I picked 2 B-sides to put down behind this heart. I don't even think I really measured evenly. I just kind of eyeballed it based on where the letters were on the heart. I took a strip of my favorite wood grain, used a border punch on it just to give it a little bit more interest. A lot of it's going to get covered up, but I do like using border punches on things like this, especially where I've got 2 patterns meeting. I tend to kind of want like a divider between them for some reason. It just makes sense in my brain. And then I went and grabbed my photo off of the printer. I think I just sized this to like 3x3. I kind of eyeballed this open space in the heart, knowing that I was going to tuck it in there. For me, with album opener pages, I tend to either just do a photo of all of us together, or I'll find like individual photos of all of us. And an album opener page to me doesn't necessarily have to have a title. A lot of times it's like hello and then the year. Definitely does not require journaling, so I tend to skip that, and I tend to not go very embellished. I kind of keep it minimal just because it's just acting as a placeholder for that first page in your album, because typically the first thing that I would have to document in my album would be like my daughter's birthday, and I know more than likely those are going to be double page layouts, so I kind of want something where when you first open the album there's something that tells me what year this is. And a lot of times I will use a photo from our family session that year, and whatever collection I was scrapbooking those photos from is typically what I will also use for the album opener. It just makes sense to me. So I think I have 1 layout done from these family photos and this collection. I'm working on another one, and then I have this album opener, and that's kind of all I've done so far. But it was really nice to pull out this collection again and just get like the creative mojo going again. So again, this is the cut file that I used from the store. I've got my completed layout here, and I've got some detail shots coming up. And with that, I'm going to thank you guys again for spending a little bit of time with me today. Make sure you check out the links below to the blog, the shop, all the information, more information on the series, all that kind of stuff. And I'll catch you guys later.